Good day. What you are currently looking at will be the picture we're going to use for our next drawing. This is our final still life drawing. Okay. Now I had a lot of questions pour in with the turn in and what have you with the basic shape still life drawing. So I got to looking. I think I'm going to be a little bit, I'm going to try to organize this different. What I'm going to do from now on, I'm not going to put videos about something and then the assignment 2 days later. This is all going to be one deal. So you're going to see this video, you're going to see a Google slideshow that I'll talk about here shortly, and the assignment will all be one package deal, and this will be in your classwork. Okay. So from here on out, that's how I'll do it. And then this will be due Monday, September 14th is when this will be due. Okay, so hopefully you're seeing this video on Thursday. So we'll move on from here. So what you're looking at is the idea of our final still life. The other one had basic shapes. It had a circle, it had a cube, it had a kind of a cylinder triangle shape, and so on. So what we've done here is I went with some mannequins. All right, so you can kind of tell I've got four mannequins, or three mannequins, 1, 2, 3, and a hand. Okay, so we've got four objects and we've got the card. So what I'm going to make clear to you here, all right, we've got four shading techniques. We have four main objects. So you're going to designate one shading technique per object. So you'll hatch one, cross hatch one, blend one, stipple one. Which ones you do, I don't care. Okay. After that, you're allowed to use whatever style you want multiple times. So let's say cross hatching is my favorite. So I would make sure I got every style used once. Then for my remaining stuff, I'd probably cross hatch that. Okay, that's just what I like. I think a cross hatch would probably maybe look good for the binding there on your basket. Notice you've got paintbrush, you've got a marker, and you've got a pencil. Okay, we've got our tape going through. For the tape, if you can see the numbers, great. If not, give me some notches there. Do the best you can. So I want you to notice something when you look at these guys. When you set this up, you want to think about your drawing first before you ever think about your shading. All right. You want to think about those two magic things that I talked about in the last video lesson. Proportions, the sizes, how they compare to one another. What's my biggest object? What's my smallest object? So on. What's my tallest? What's my shortest? On from there. And layout. Okay. And layout is something I really want you to think about. You know, if an item is in front of another item, that's how you draw it. It's drawing it as you see it. If items are touching, you have to draw them as they're touching. You're drawing them as you see it. It's just like you're taking a photograph with your drawing. Okay. You know, in the last lesson, I talked to you guys about if you ever drew a still life, the best way to start is either the middle object or the biggest object. Guys, I'd start right here. I'd start with this hand. I'd put it up close to the top of the paper. I'd get it set up, and then I'd start building my things around it. Okay. Notice your hand is the tallest. The next to tallest item would be this guy's hand, coming on down to head, hand, head, and down here. Okay. So, you know, even if you need to put little guidelines on your sheet of paper to let you know kind of the heights of some things, that's a great idea to do. Okay. So this is the picture you're going to draw from. This, I'm kind of talking to you here about this now. All right. Accompanied with this, you're going to see a Google slideshow. Okay. All right. So I had you draw a basic still life. Now I'm having you draw an elaborate final still life. Yet we didn't really get a chance to talk about what a still life is. So right here, what you're looking at is its definition. A still life is multiple inanimate, non-living objects arranged to study, draw, or paint. Okay, so inanimate, that means non-living. As you see here, bananas, a vase, food, paper, boxes, bricks, chairs, what have you. Those are all non-living, inanimate objects. Okay, so what I did here is I just kind of showed you some examples. A chair, a car, a football, some fake flowers. These are all non-living, inanimate objects, shoes, games, sports equipment, chairs, tables, computers, house. So if I went home and I got a computer, I got my four-wheeler, and I got a fishing pole, and I set them all in the yard, and I looked at them and I drew them, that would be a still life, okay, because those are all non-living objects. Now, if I went home and got my dog, my 7-year-old son, and Aunt Lulu, and sat them down on a bench and drew all of them, that would not be a still life. Why? Because those are all living objects. Okay. So this Google slideshow will be accompanying the video when you open all this up as the package deal with the assignment. So the last two slides here are what I really want you to concentrate on. This final still life drawing checklist. All right. Hey, proportions are all your sizes and how they relate to one another. Are these correct? Layout. That's a big deal. You know, if something is in front of another something, you have to draw it that way. You have to draw it as you see it. Okay. If these two items are touching, guess what? You have to draw them as they are touching, just like you're taking a photograph, a picture with your pencil. Okay. Check your values, your lightness, your darkness of each color, of each tone, of everything on there. Light sources, all this matching up to a light source. These last two are very important. Did I use all four shading techniques? I have to use everything at least once, blending once, hatching, cross hatching, stippling. Then I'm free to do whatever else I want to do. Okay. And this last slide here, all right, this one in red, this is the most important. Okay. I got so many questions on, well, what do we draw for the basic still life? Well, if you're watching the video, you're going to know. Okay. Number 6, the next slide in this set of photos is the photo that you will draw from. Okay. Hit the next slide. This is what you are drawing. Okay. There are 4 major items there. You need to designate one shading technique to each one. Hatch one, cross hatch one, stipple one, blend one. Okay, then you're free to use whatever technique you want for the rest. All right, this is what you are drawing, this photo right here. All right, this will be a package deal, remember. Okay, so this is your Google slideshow. All right, one last thing I want to talk to you about before I send you back to the video is take a look at your guys here. Anything that's a moving part, a shoulder, an elbow, a hip, a knee, a neck, those are all circles. Okay, and everything else is kind of based off of oval shapes, long oval shapes. So that will be accompanied with this video along with the assignment. The assignment is due September 14th. That's Monday. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. I would like to see you draw big. If you can draw on whatever you got. Paper, wrapping paper, envelope, cardboard, whatever you got, let's see it. Okay. Take your time. Worry about proportion and layout first. Get your drawing set up, then go back, add in your shading. Okay. I would like to see your line here, and I would like to see some values of some of the shadows coming off of the cloth. Okay, so good luck to you. You know, you're getting this on Thursday. This should give you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll have this due probably noon Monday. All right, so be looking out. Make sure you're hitting that attendance. My attendance will all be in classwork now. Okay, so everything will be easy to find. All right, I wish you good luck. I hope everybody has a good rest of your week, and I cannot wait to see these.